Hi, I'm Professor Stephanie, and in this video I want to show you about your A Practice 1, where we have fabrics that you're going to redraw in proportion. Next to, column A has fabrics, column B you're going to put in what you're drawing, and I'm going to show you how to do that, and then you're going to look at the Schumacher site and come up with 3 of your own fabrics and draw them in column D. Where I want to start is you will need with you your pencil, your marker, and your T-square. We won't be adding any color, even though you may have some patterns that have color in it. And I want to start with this first pattern, which you can see is very simple. It's just a linear line. It's kind of scratchy. There's a little bit of squigglies. Some are thick, some are thin. In this assignment, I'm asking you to really look at pattern, training your eye to see the shapes that are in a pattern or how the pattern is put together. Now you can see this is fairly simple. I want you to spend time on it, and I'll want you to complete this box with these linear lines. Okay, so that's the first one in column A. Now, the second one is a little bit more complicated, and what I want you to remind you is that we're going to use the pattern that's already there and find the proportion. This goes back to perspective drawing. I made an X. I'm going to find the center right here, and notice how the center is where this line is that's going to help us over here, and here's the center here. So and you can use your ruler, I'm just going to use freehand here. When I do this here, that's going to give me the starting point right in, usually I start in centers or this center line, and I'm going to go ahead, I'm having you use the global fabrics, which are from around the world, and they're a little bit more interesting because when you look for your own fabric that's going to be in column C, you want to keep it simple and geometric, okay? All right, so I've got that first line in here, and then I'm going to use these 3 lines as a guide. Here's this one down here. Here's this one up here. And so you can see we'll be adding this line here with the shape. Now I also want to show you what's happening here. Again, this is where we're going to look very carefully. There is a rectangular shape that has a box in the center that's darker, and that's right in the middle. So you want to put that in the middle, and then the shape next to it has 3 circles on the top, and it's solid. Okay, so again, we are imitating what we're seeing and practicing drawing in proportion. Okay, so now I know color. I know there's color in the image, but we're not going to be adding color right now. Great. So what you'll do is to continue to add the line here, and then this time up above is the opposite. Here's the shape that has the 3 circles that's solid, and then above this is the box with the little square. Okay, so you'll complete that. Remember, using that formula. Okay, and same with the next pattern. I'm going to go back to pencil, and I'm going to find the center. And you can remember, this is a technique that you can use with any of the drawings that you do. Where's the center, and can I divide that in? I'll do this one a little better next time, this time. So we learned this in perspective drawing. All right, so now the center is right here. Here we go. And down below is this triangle shape. And I also want to get, and I can use my ruler here. Here's it. The triangle shape's going to be in the middle, and it's going to go to here. So I gave myself a guide. Here's the triangle. It's got some fun little shapes here. Okay. Now also, here's my ruler again. This time we know we're just getting a little bit of that triangle on each side. So here I go. Has this little box, which is kind of dark. So, and the other thing I can get is I can match this here with my ruler. I didn't quite get that right. That's okay. We're good. And again, I want you to be really focusing on, I just missed this here, there's a little white center in the middle. So I found my center, the triangle. Here's the row of triangles. I'm going to come above here. Here's the next set of triangles. It's a little bit down from the top. Here's this with a little, there's that little white spot. I'm going to try to put this at an angle here. Okay, this is great. Cool. This one here. So I'm going to let you continue to play a little bit and put this pattern together. The other fun thing, this is where I really want you to be looking at these. 1, 2, 3. There are 3 little arms coming out here on each of these. They're long and then they get shorter and shorter. This is how we're training our eye to really view texture and pattern, because that adds so much interest in an interior space. If all the fabrics were solid, the space would not be interesting at all. All right, so what I'm noticing here is this top of the dot here parallels right here. So here's my base, here's my triangle. Great. Good. So what you'll be wanting to do is to complete this pattern here so that this looks like this. And then you're going to be finding 3 other fabrics that you're going to put in this box. I'm asking you to use Schumacher website. I have a link for you. When you get to Schumacher, you're going to click on Fabrics, and you're going to click on Print, and then you're going to find the little box that says Style, and you're going to click on Global. Please find a fabric from the Global collection, and even though you might have color here, with the fabric you chose, you're going to do it in black and white. And I encourage you to get as simple as you can. We're not getting complicated here. We are practicing proportion, thinking, and so you can have a stripe, you can have a linear. We don't have a plaid yet. You can have circles. Again, get something that you're going to be able to translate. Don't forget about your X, and then translate that to column D. And I think that'll be great for you to get started on this and get it done. And I thank you very much.